Hello inspiring Charitam fans. How are you doing? We bring stories that are unique and inspirational. This story is about a couple who lost their spark but still pushes on for the relationship until the man discovered something. Let's hear it. Jacob and Jenny were high school sweethearts. They met in high school and were in love over the years. They went to the same college and moved in together. Jacob found a part-time job and was supporting both of them. Jenny went to college and did some household chores. Jacob, on the other hand, was working for two jobs along with his education. He never took this seriously, as he loved Jenny and was supporting her. Both of them were building a family together. Jacob even picked up a ring for Jenny and decided to propose to her during the New Year vacation. Everything was great until Jenny received a call from her mother. Jenny's mother was divorced and had some issues with her finances. She was in a pile of debt and wanted to move in with Jenny for some time before she sorts out the mess. Jacob agreed to let her in for few months, to support her. Her mom, Bella, did nothing to improve her finance though. She kept bringing boys, much younger than her, to the home and had all the fun. All the while, Jacob was working for two jobs now to support three people. He often raised it with Jenny, but she blamed Jacob and accused him of hating her mom. He eventually dropped the topic, as he was in love with Jenny. The months turned into a year and her mother was living her life. Jacob and Jenny often got into fights and arguments because of this. He delayed the proposal idea as he wanted to clear this mess. Jenny was about graduate and he was hoping that she would find a job for herself and it will be easier for him. Well, but that didn't happen. She kept saying that she was trying, but she never landed a job. This again put a strain on their relationship. Jenny was so frustrated with all this and spoke to Jacob regarding this. She proposed a break to focus on themselves. Both of them agreed not to see any other people and to work on themselves. They were still staying in the same house, and the bill was still paid by Jacob. Jenny started going to parties and often came late. Jacob tried asking her where she was going. She always said about girls' night. One night, Jacob was awake and it was around 3:30 a.m. He saw a guy drop Jenny near the parking. His heart shattered the next moment when he saw both of them were kissing passionately, before parting ways. He was shocked in disbelief and did not know what to do or say. Shell-shocked, Jacob waited at the front door to confront her. Jenny, visibly drunk, entered through the door and smiled at Jacob. When Jacob asked about the kiss and the man, she denied it. Jacob kept pressing but she did not admit it. In fact, enraged that he was accusing her of cheating, she stormed into her room and closed the door. Her mom came out and lashed out at Jacob for treating her daughter that way. Jacob was furious at all that. He saw what happened and was shocked at the audacity of Jenny still lying. He thought to wait for her to sober up and bring this up again. But in the morning, Jenny left early. Jacob tried calling her and texted numerous times, but there was no answer. He was fuming in rage by that point. Jenny was not home till 4:30 a.m. the next day. He waited and waited. This time, he noticed that she was walking to the parking. But soon after the same car passed by the road. It was obvious that the man dropped her few blocks away. Jacob was mad at her, but he had no proof. But he knew that she was cheating. It was to confirm that whether Jenny went beyond kissing or not. But do adults stop at kissing? He tried confronting Jenny again but did not get anything out of the conversation. He was just getting frustrated. She kept distancing herself and reminded Jacob of the break they are at. She said, she is exploring herself and the guy is just a friend. Remember, at this point, Jacob is still paying for both mother and daughter. The next day, Jenny did not leave the house in the morning. He was sleeping in his room as it was a public holiday. He overheard a faint conversation between Jenny and her mom. What he could comprehend was that there were multiple guys whom she was out for the last few days. Some dates were even set up by her mom. Jenny had no idea that Jacob was inside the room. She thought he might have left for office as it was quite late by then. When Jacob confronted both of them, Jenny was caught off guard. She started crying and apologized. She said that it was a process of her exploring and this would only make them stronger. Jacob was furious at both of them. He realized that he had wasted far too much investment on both the mother-daughter duo. He was adamant that both of them leave the house immediately as he was not going to pay for them any longer. Jenny started bawling her eyes out and begged to give her a chance. She said that how would they pay rent if he kicked them out? That was the moment Jacob realized that he was nothing but a paycheck for her. Both of them have played him for a fool and he was too naive to see that. Jenny begged for a month before moving out. Jacob gave her a week out of generosity. The lease was in his name. She didn't pay a penny on bills or rent. So, she and her mother were basically living off Jacob's hard-earned money. Jenny continued the torment for the next 7 days before finally moving out. Jacob was a mess after this incident. He left his own place to a friend's until Jenny and her mother moved out. He, however, took all the legal precautions. One of his buddies' father was a lawyer and he helped him sorting all this. Jacob struggled for months from the act of cruelty and became a shell of himself. Jenny took away a huge part of him that is still missing. He is no longer the trusting and composed man he once was. He is insecure and often loses his temper. He is in therapy still, but moving on. Jacob didn't know where Jenny and her mother went. He never heard about them. Neither he tried. He was already inflicted with much trauma. There are many people like Jacob who failed to identify the red flags. If your partner is not putting the equal effort, physically, emotionally, or financially, then you must have a serious conversation. It is never about earning and contributing, but about intent. In this case, Jacob was committed, but Jenny was not. Also, the presence of her mother made things worse. What do you think about the story? Please share the feedback and your suggestions. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon to get a notification whenever a new video is uploaded. Stay healthy and happy. Have a great rest of the day wherever you are. Thank you so much for watching.